live from the Case-Lou Studios in the heart of Midtown. This is BT Sports with Bobby Stillwell and Tim Shagrew. And now, Case-Lou's leading sports program.
And good afternoon, everybody. This is BT Sports coming to you from the Case-Lou Studios. As always, I'm Bobby Stillwell.
And I'm Tim Shagrew.
And we have got a great show planned for you this week, don't we,
Been a while
Timmy?
since we've been in the studio.
Yes, it has been a while, and there's been a lot of sports news since we've been in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Starting off this
Big one
week.
to start, yeah.
Yeah, starting off this week, we are going to be discussing... One moment here. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my computer at the moment. We use computers here on Case-Lou, and so sometimes, I've got multiple things open and I can't figure
Some
out.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Speaking of technical difficulties, we had a major malfunction before we got on the air here.
Yeah. Couldn't operate the system.
Yeah, Case-Lou went off. If you were listening to Case-Lou and you noticed we went off the air for about a minute or so, we had to reset some equipment here. We got it reset, though. We're back up and running, so we're good to go here now. Just, sometimes DJs have to reset the equipment, Timmy?
Yeah.
Anyway, though.
Slight setback. Well,
a little bit of a setback, yeah.
Yeah.
So on March 9th, we were on spring break during this time, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. We were on spring break at that point. Well, the Blues announced that the Blues announced they will be hosting the Chicago Blackhawks in 2017 for a Winter Classic game.
At
Busch
Stadium.
At Busch Stadium. So those of you who know the Philadelphia Flyers, they always do that one. Isn't it the Flyers that always do a Winter Classic? It's some team on the East Coast.
I was gonna say it was I was gonna say the Rangers, but I don't know.
It may be the Rangers, but I know Philly's done it. Has played it before, though. I know that much. Anyway, though, but we're gonna get a Winter Classic game. So in January, we will be playing an outdoor game against the Blackhawks at Busch Stadium.
And perfect. Blues Blackhawks be the perfect game for it.
It would be the perfect game. That's the cool thing about it.
The cross-state rivalry.
Yeah, crosstown clash is what I like to call it. Anyway, though, but no, we needed that. We need that sort of thing. And Busch just sits there unused for a lot of the year, so I'm all in favor of them doing this sort of thing at Busch.
Yeah.
Or just think about this: Busch 2, Old Busch, the big circular one we used to have.
Mm-hmm.
The football Cardinals and the Rams played in there initially until the dome was built.
Back I don't know the year, but yeah, back a while ago.
Yeah. Well, the Rams played in it until from when it was built until they moved in 1985. Then we got the Rams here in 95, and they played there, I want to say, their first 2 or 3 seasons they played at Old Busch until the dome was built.
Really?
So.
And now we got the Blues playing at New Busch.
Mm-hmm. The Blues and Blackhawks are going to be playing outdoor at New Busch, and just it's a great venue to do it at. I'm seriously a fan of this idea. It's really going to be a really cool thing.
Yeah, they've been doing the Winter Classic for 9 years now, and now it's finally come to St. Louis for the Blues to enjoy it.
It's awesome. And it's funny, this announcement came just as the Blues were preparing to face Blackhawks in a critical division match at Scott Trade. So how ironic that it was announced when we were playing the Blackhawks.
Perfect time.
I know this is older news, but still, it is a big, important thing for BT Sports to cover with our St. Louis focus.
Oh, for sure. Especially, we haven't been on for a while, so...
Exactly.
Just during the time that we missed.
Mm-hmm. And some more big sports news. St. Louis University announced, again, while we were on spring break, the day after the Winter Classic was announced, after the men's team had lost in the A-10 tournament against, was it George Washington? I think it was George Washington.
Trying to see.
It doesn't say here 100%, but it was George Washington.
George Washington?
Yep.
Okay.
The Billikens announced that Jim Crews is no longer head coach of the St. Louis men's basketball team.
With him, yeah.
Yes. And this is what everybody's been tuning in for, I'll bet.
Yeah.
My take on Crews. This is, okay, Crews was doing good. We were rebounding. Like, we started the season not that good. I'm sure you were at some of the games, weren't you?
Yeah. Especially at the beginning.
At the beginning, we weren't doing that hot.
To see the turnaround.
Yeah, we weren't doing that hot to start. But by the time the season ended, we had rebounded significantly. We were doing a lot better than we had started.
And there's our first call-in.
Yep.
Bottom
of the hour. We will take your call at the bottom of the hour. Go, Timmy.
Following someone like Majerus, and he coached under Majerus for...
He did, yes. He was an assistant, and then whenever Majerus...
couple years, I think.
Yes, and then when Majerus, was having his medical issues,
He was the interim.
Cruz was interim, and then
Yeah.
whenever Rick passed,
He became the head coach. And so it's a tough, it's obviously a tough legacy to follow.
it is a tough legacy to follow, and that's the
But
thing.
he ended with a winning record. I mean, he had
His final record at SLU was 77-53.
so he had
overall.
a pretty decent, I mean, I don't know what Majerus's was, but probably wasn't as.
I think Majerus had 500 career wins, but then again, Cruz has had a little bit of a longer career. I mean, he was at Evansville.
Yeah.
Then he coached at Army for a stint. And then somewhere else. I can't remember exactly where off the top of my head, but then he came
I think
here
from
to
looking
SLU.
at earlier, I think he played at Indiana, and then I think he coached
He did coach. He was a coach.
starting off.
He did start off as an assistant in Indiana. Yes, he did. I think it was under Bob Knight too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Throws chair across free throw lane.
So he's had wonderful, I mean, the people that he's coached under, the people that he's learned from,
Yeah,
been wonderful. I mean, and yeah, he didn't have a terrible career. He didn't have a outstanding, but
No, he
like
didn't have
what
an
you're
outstanding
saying, they were
career,
starting to rebound, and they had a lot of young
that's
talent.
the thing. That's the thing with Cruz. What we were seeing this year was his recruits, and they were young. That's the one thing that gets me. We had a young team, and all these fans that were expecting Cruz to have winning seasons consistently. Like I saw people posting all the time, "I'm not renewing my season tickets until Jim Cruz is fired."
Yeah,
And I saw students, for crying out loud, posting, fire Cruz, and then they had the audacity to have a header picture of them cheering with a CBS Sports score at the bottom or something.
yeah,
And I even took one of them, posted it on Facebook, and said, "Hey, dude, take that down if you're going to keep calling for Jim Cruz to be fired.
yeah,
You support your team no matter who the coach is.
yeah.
You may disagree with the coach's decisions, but it gives you no right to be calling for him to be fired."
And he's a very
Cruz is a very humble man. I mean, Timmy,
Yeah.
you just watched the press conference he gave after they told
Yeah, it
him
was
that he
very-
was fired.
and he's very, the teams that he's coached. I mean, I don't anything past SLU, but the SLU teams he's been the head coach on. They're very disciplined, disciplined, great group of guys that I could definitely see the potential that, and they're all young, I mean, that's if you can get some young talent, work hard, and just discipline them. That's one, those are the building blocks to create a great team.
No, exactly. And the one thing that got me with them firing Cruz was they told him that right after he had lost.
Yeah.
So you just lost the 18th term. Oh, by the way, you don't have a job anymore.
Yeah, you're fired.
That was a very tacky decision on SLU's part to tell him that right after he had lost.
I don't know. Was that Chris May?
It wasn't. It came from. I'm pretty sure it came from higher up, and I think Chris May just became the person who became the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of feel sorry for athletic director Chris May in a way, because he's the one had to tell Cruz the bad news.
Yeah.
So not all
He's facing heat too,
exactly. No. I mean, Cruz even said in his press conference that he hated making Chris May's job harder and everybody else's jobs harder.
He was saying, when you lose, all you do is
Make everybody else's jobs harder, and he even apologized for all the losses. And I'm sitting there watching this, going, "It's not your fault, coach.
Yeah.
You lose every now and then." So it's just, I wish Cruz the best, and I of course, though, from that conference, it doesn't seem like he wants to get another coaching job.
Yeah, it sounded like now, he took the he stated kind of the typical or stereotypical, going to spend more time with my family, but he sounded very sincere about it. I mean, it was a really good, probably 10-minute.
It was
really
about,
good
it
press
was about
conference.
10 minutes. 10 minutes of that 11-minute press conference was him talking about him.
No question. I mean, it was just
he took
continuous.
it was just him talking.
Yeah.
And of course, he mentioned Rick in there a little bit. How the last season he was with Rick, 5 nights a week they'd go eat together, and they'd never talk basketball.
Yeah.
I have to admit, Coach Cruz, I liked him. He did a really good job. But after this conference, I'm thinking, man, we were blessed to have him.
Yeah, real stand-up guy.
Definitely a stand-up guy and a guy that gets it. And I just worry that his successor is going to be, I wouldn't say worse than him, but I think he may have a worse record.
It's going to be a very critical, a very important decision, even
will
just
be.
representing the program, the university.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. I look at a coach not by, somewhat how their teams play, but at the same time how their teams act off the field.
Yeah, the character
or court, and then the same character of the coaching staff too. And Jim Cruz, from that conference, just that little snippet press conference, I think we got a really good glimpse into his life and the way he conducts himself.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you said after watching it. I have definitely
a lot more respect for Coach Cruz.
Absolutely.
And for those of you out there who are listening and want to see this, it is on the St. Louis Billikens YouTube channel, so the athletics channel for St. Louis University. It's worth the
Definitely
it's
worth
worth
the
the
watch.
11-minute watching. Some people said they were bawling their eyes out watching Cruz give that
Yeah.
speech. I mean, I'll admit I had a few tears come to my eyes too when watching
Yeah,
it.
it was touching.
It was a very touching thing.
It was good.
Now switching over to this week's
Fireball.
yeah, the women's basketball team in the first round of the Women's National Invitational Tournament won 70-69 over Little Rock, and in a spectacular fashion too.
Yeah, no surprise there. Or no surprise on the Fireball.
Yeah, I know they were definitely getting it. No, even if they hadn't won, I was still going to give them Fireball
Yeah.
for making it to the tournament again.
Got a lot of call-ins this week.
It's good, but no, like I said, I loved watching that game.
I wish I coulda-
Yeah, Timmy wasn't there,
I was at work.
so I'm giving you, our listeners, and Timmy a synopsis real quick on what happened. So I was, in the student section cheering, berating the referees a little
Is there
bit.
a good turnout?
Yeah, for a women's game, it was a really good turnout.
Yeah.
I don't have, let me look at the box and see
Yeah.
if the box score would have that information on it. I'm seeing here real quick. Attendance-wise, I don't, 1,051. So yeah, really
Yeah.
good turnout for a women's game.
Yeah.
And plus they gave us free St. Patrick's Day themed t-shirts.
Yeah.
They're pretty nice.
Yeah.
They look great.
It was.
And it's hard for me to
such a
say some-
pleasure that it got to. It was at Chaffetz, first round of the NIT.
And second round's going to be there too.
yeah, on Monday.
On Monday night at 7.
Yeah,
Yep.
or tomorrow.
Yeah,
yeah,
actually
go
it's
ahead.
tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot about that. But no, so spectacular fashion. Let me give you the synopsis, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to see if they have it in here real quick. How it happened. There we go. Okay, it doesn't say here. Okay, here we go. Little Rock used 2 free throws and a basket by Shanity James and a layup by Alexis Dunn to cut the lead to 70-69 with 36 seconds to play. The Billikens failed to score on their final possession, giving Little Rock a final chance, but Sherade Collins' jumper at the buzzer was off the mark, and I think that actually was a tray that she had attempted.
Really?
I think it was a tray. But anyway, though, so my synopsis of it was, about 3 seconds left, Little Rock inbounds it, and then they call a timeout right after it's inbounded. So the clock drops at 2.5.
Okay.
I don't know what the strategy was behind that, but whatever.
Were they inbounding it? Was it a full court?
No, it was on their side of the court.
And they called a timeout right away? Mm-hmm. Huh.
Or something happened. I know there was an exchange of timeouts, and then
Yeah,
after their
okay.
timeout was over, SLU called a timeout.
Yeah.
So it was a full timeout for Little Rock, and then a 30-second timeout for SLU. So 2.5 seconds end up on the clock after the officials review it.
Yeah.
2.5 seconds on the clock. Little Rock inbounds the ball from the bench side of Chaffetz,
Okay.
throws it over to the opposite side, and then who was that again? Shandy? Yeah. No, Sherade Collins. My bad. Sherade Collins goes up for the shot. It bounces off the rim, and then it's bouncing the ball's getting touched by millions of people.
Yeah.
Not millions, but it's getting touched by a lot of people. And then whenever the buzzer goes, I think it was Sace Page that came up with the rebound,
Really?
giving the Billikens the win.
The solidified
And
emotions. were
that
flying.
is the first postseason win in women's basketball history, and
Yeah.
that's why they got Fireball this week.
Yeah,
in
that's-
addition to making the tournament, it was an amazing thing. And looking at some of the stats here, because I brought in the roster with me from that game, stats here. I mean, look at that: Jackie Kemp, 16.3 points per game.
And she had 20 points.
Yeah, Jackie
under
ended
that.
up with
20 points, 7 assists.
Yeah, I'm looking here. One sec here. Yeah, Jackie. Yeah, so Jackie started, and it's interesting. I don't know. She played 40 minutes.
What's that?
Hang on, something's not right here with the stats. It has 40 with a dash by it on playing time for Jackie. Does that mean she played the whole game?
Yeah, that might just mean.
She
Wow.
may have played the whole game, yeah, but with only one personal foul, she ended up with where's my point? Where's her points?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Timmy. Yeah, 20 points in the night for Jackie.
Wonderful showing. And now they'll be hosting, like we were saying, Ball State. Tomorrow
Monday night, and that is a rematch of a
Yeah.
game from earlier this season. There was a tournament where the women's team played. Women's played Ball State in a tournament during the winter season, and it's awesome. Madison Gitz actually got a mention here in this preview that St. Louis put out for the women's game.
For the upcoming.
Yeah, career high 10 rebounds against Little Rock.
Wow.
So yeah, Coach Stone was Coach Stone, or AKA Stone Cold. Somebody seriously called her that whenever she walked out, and I'm going, yes, yes,
Coach Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. It was funny either way. It was, like I said, that was one of my favorite things. And then, so Monday, tomorrow night at 7 at Chaffetz, we will be hosting Ball State. And yeah, so it's really cool. Madison she's a freshman. She had and Coach Stone was playing. Coach Stone really has developed a really good rotation with the players.
Good flow.
You see very few players not playing less than double digits playing time.
Really? That's good.
Yeah. Most of her players. I think there was one that played 9 minutes.
Really?
During
Hey, it keeps them fresh.
That's the thing. That's what I like about Coach Stone. She rotates the players really rapidly, and she's developed a really good rotation with them.
And especially if you can get a good flow where everybody's comfortable playing with everybody on the team.
Like three of our
5 in, 5 out.
Yeah, like three of the players had double digit points.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that was really cool. It was really cool. Really good game to see. And I'm hoping that this game will be just as good. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I get there tomorrow night to watch it.
It's free admission.
Yeah, students get in. Students get in for free with their ID.
Yeah, I won't be able to go. I have a meeting 6 to 8 tomorrow. So
Oh man.
Again, won't be able to go to that. But
And of course, we're not going to be here next week for Easter break, so we're not going to be able to give you a synopsis of it. We'll have to give you the synopsis
we'll have to wait.
the week after.
Yeah, BT Sports has been
having a few scheduling conflicts here lately.
Yeah, it's a Sunday airtime.
Yeah, I know Sunday
I
airtime.
didn't think about that when we were doing it, but
it works out though. I mean,
yeah.
We may have weeks off, but usually it works out because I end up having a bunch of homework to do anyway.
Yeah,
and I get the whole week to do it.
Good
That
break.
or some sporting events going on, and I'm watching it all the time. And now moving on to something that's a big deal right now across the country. Yep, that's right. College basketball, the March Madness tournament.
Tourney time.
Yep, and Timmy and I, here's the thing. Timmy and I picked our brackets not too long ago, and we are just now going to be revealing them to each other here on the air.
Neither one of us have any idea.
We don't have any idea, and I'm curious. I'm wondering if we're going to end up with the same Final Four championship game and champion, just like last year.
Yeah.
If that happens
Kind of
again,
killed the excitement.
I know.
when
If
we
that
had
happens
the same
again,
name.
I'm going to be laughing so hard right
Well,
now.
I hope it is because
Mm-hmm.
my Final Four was a little troubling this year.
Uh-oh.
Want to reveal it?
Yep.
So I had Michigan State beating Oklahoma in the championship, and Michigan State lost in the first round to Middle Tennessee State. So my bracket's a little twisted.
His bracket's
right now.
toast
Yeah.
in a way.
I got my whole left side, South and West region look very good.
Yeah.
But-
See, and that's the thing. My regions aren't looking good, but I'm still looking okay for the Final Four. 3 of my 4 Final Four teams are still in. The only one being eliminated is Kentucky at this point.
Yeah, and I had Kentucky in it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it looks like I'm setting up for Kansas versus Duke. Kansas moving on to the championship, and then Virginia. I had Virginia versus Kentucky. Virginia moving on, and then Kansas winning it all.
I was talking. It'd be interesting to do if you fill out your bracket, but then you also fill out starting from the Sweet 16. Someone had mentioned that idea, because so often, I get.
I mean, we could do that.
We won't be meeting, but we can try. It's an interesting idea because then you have, you know which teams are left,
Right.
and there's no chance of these oddball 15 seeds.
Getting in there and
upsets.
causing some trouble.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it could work. We could try that sort of thing.
Aw, thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Had Dayton.
Yeah, I had Dayton making it to the second round.
You had more faith in Dayton than I did.
Yeah, no, I thought Dayton would go pretty far. I thought so.
I wanted them. They got torched in the first
They
round
did get
by Syracuse, which was here. Yeah, a lot of the games. They had.
Yeah, there were some of the first and second round games were actually over
There's
at
probably-
Scott Trade.
Probably one going on, maybe not right now, but there'll be some
games, yeah.
game being played today over at Scottrade. Middle Tennessee State versus Syracuse, which is at 6.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Okay,
Wisconsin Xavier.
update on there's a game in progress right now. Notre Dame versus Stephen F. Austin update with 9 minutes and 9:47 left in the second half. Notre Dame leads 60-55 over Stephen F. Austin.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Again, who do I I have Notre Dame winning, but I'd like to see Stephen F. Austin. Just it's always fun to see the upsets. They're a 14 seed playing a 6, so it'd be a pretty big one. I mean, they already took down
they
West
took
Virginia
down
in the
West
first
Virginia,
round.
which really surprised me because I had West Virginia beating out that game.
Really, I had Stephen F. Austin. I did get that upset right.
And Timmy, you actually got a freebie during the play-in games. The playing games,
yeah.
because I forgot to pick Michigan versus Tulsa. I completely forgot to pick it.
How did I do on those? I think I got.
Looks like you got
I might have got all those.
I think you may have gotten them all.
Got those right, but
Wait, no, you didn't. Southern. I had Southern, and they lost, so you didn't get Southern.
Holy Cross won.
Yeah, you didn't get that one.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Then I got the other 3.
Yeah, you got the other 3 there. You got 3 of the playing
But
games.
none of them. Wichita State ended up beating Arizona.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. And Arizona was one of my Sweet Six, one of my
really?
Elite 8 teams. Yeah.
I had Wichita State winning, but then I have them falling to Miami, which they did. I had Miami in my Final Four, so I'm hoping that pans out.
Yeah,
but
hopefully it pans out. It'll be interesting either way.
yeah, it's always fun, filling out brackets,
Mm-hmm.
even if they end up.
Yeah, and
Horribly,
they end up
horribly
torched. No, so the way we're gonna do this, This is just gonna be, I guess, bragging rights this year, or do you want to do a meal swipe at
You
fuse
can do a
again?
meal swipe.
Swipe at fuse again?
Yeah.
Okay. So swipe at fuse again. The way it's gonna work, just like last year. First way to determine the winner will be whose teams get the furthest. Second way to determine will be correct number of picks. Now, last year, if our longtime listeners will remember last year, Timmy beat me by 1 pick. 1 pick more correct.
Because
and
we
Timmy
had the
beat me.
same Final Four
championship
winner.
and champion.
So just
Yeah,
came down to the amount of picks.
right. Yeah. And to make matters worse, Timmy actually stole one of my pens earlier this week. We were filling out brackets.
That's what I feel my beautiful.
He filled it out with that. Yeah, Mr. Pen Stealer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't worry.
It didn't do me any luck.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I had to go mess with him a little bit for that. Don't worry though. I got my
I
pen.
returned it.
He returned my pen. Yes, he did. Although he almost forgot to before we came over here today.
But I brought it with.
But yeah, I've got it back
I'm
now.
off the hook.
Yes, he's off the hook now. So he's not going to get any more flack for that one. I'm sorry, Timmy. You know me. I have to give you a little bit of flack for that sort of thing.
I don't mind it. I'm used to it, Bobby.
And that's why BT Sports works the way it does.
Yeah.
Because we just sit here and mess with each other so much.
It's a good time.
Moving on
yeah,
to-
it was.
Yeah, moving on to some other interesting stuff. The NCAA tournament bracket was leaked during the reveal show on Twitter.
I'm trying to pull that one up. Like on Selection Sunday.
It was
just
leaked
like
before
hours
it
before
was
they
out.
and yeah, hours before they I guess publicly officially announced it rather. Yeah, I don't really know how that
They're still
happened.
investigating how it happened.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that was. I just can't believe it. I mean, that happens all the time. Things get leaked out on the internet nowadays.
yeah, and it happens with almost everything,
A lot,
I mean, it's
yeah.
so easy. Well, I don't know how to do it, but it seems like it's so easy for people that know.
Yeah, no, it's not. I work for IT. It's not too difficult to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
As long as you can get a picture of the bracket, it's not that hard to tweet it.
Really.
Our phones
But I
nowadays.
mean,
our phones nowadays are so integrated to where it's so easy.
But
to
I wonder
do.
how they were able to get a hold of the official bracket.
Yeah, that's the question. How'd they do it?
Mm-hmm. But
Oh well.
yeah, I mean, it was on the Sunday. It was just a little bit before I guess they had intended to release it.
See,
but
they'd released 2 of the regions already when it was leaked.
But
but
and then ended up matching identically, which was how they.
and
I
that's
guess
how
were
they
able to-
came to the conclusion that it was the real bracket.
Yeah. So it wasn't a huge deal, but kind of
Mm-hmm.
a interesting little tidbit.
Yeah, I mean, they're still investigating it though because it shouldn't have been leaked.
No, for sure.
Yeah, that was just like I said, it was just a really weird thing.
And then
Yeah. So Sunday on Selection Sunday, about 5:30 local time here in St. Louis, midway through the show, somebody tweeted, "Spoiler alert! Full bracket." The post showed the whole field.
And I mean, which would be, and part of the fun, is sitting around
Waiting
seeing,
for it.
Yeah.
I was watching a video of a couple years back whenever St. Louis was in the NCAA tournament, the men's team. I was watching a video from the Selection Sunday. They were stuck on a bus, They were stuck somewhere, and so they,
Oh,
had, they
really?
had to go into a Best Buy and
To
go
watch it?
go sit in their TV preview room to watch it.
Oh,
And
that's
how
awesome.
that's how they did it.
That's how they found out they were in.
Yep.
Is that a Best Buy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
the manager of that store actually had quoted it not too long ago and said, "That's my store. So happy to have the men's team in there watching."
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I know, and I'm going, see, and that's the thing. Sometimes funny things happen like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's-
awesome.
It's one of those stories that you'll tell. It's one of those stories you're going to tell your kids. It's just like there was a really good one from my high school days whenever I was still filming.
Yeah.
We were up at our conference rival week 8 of my senior year. We weren't going to make playoffs, so we knew that was our second to last game.
Oh.
And I'll never forget this. I had an umbrella for the camera. I had it packed because it was going to rain that night. Coach told me to go put something in the trailer, so I went ahead and did it. I set it down next to one of our assistants, said, "Hey, keep an eye on that. Come back."
The umbrella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back, the umbrella is gone.
And
And immediately I said, "Okay, which which coach stole it? Which wise guy stole it?"
yeah.
And I spent the whole rest of the time before we left trying to find
figure
it,
out where it went?
checking the coach's office, the trainer's room, and the locker room. Couldn't find it. And I said, "Well, I'm gonna have to pay for a camera, I guess now." All the way up
Was
to
it the umbrella or the camera?
the camera. I was gonna have to pay for.
Okay.
Well, the umbrella's to protect the camera when it rains.
Yeah, for sure.
I said, "Well, I'm gonna have to pay for a new camera now because I don't have an umbrella to protect the camera."
Oh, yeah.
So what happened was I'm just sitting there doing my own thing, whole way up to Jerseyville in about half an hour. I'm sitting there sweating bullets the whole ride up.
Yeah.
You'd be too, believe me. That camera we have is not cheap.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So I'm
Be a
sitting
little
there.
nerve-wracking.
It was a little nerve-wracking, yeah. So I'm sitting there. Excuse me. So I'm sitting there, just no. Oh, I'm gonna pay for a camera. So I get up there to Jerseyville, get off the bus, go up to the press box, and get my camera set up. Kid you not, I'm looking towards the field, and about my 4 o'clock behind me, there's the umbrella open, ready to go. And I'm sitting there going, "Wow, guys, good joke."
Someone just took it from you.
Somebody took it and put it in. I
But
guess
set it up for you.
somebody took it, put it in one of the coaches' cars. One of the coaches' cars. It goes up because they knew I was
yeah.
gonna start sweating bullets. And then I'm glad they did that on week 8, not week 9 though.
Why's that?
Week 9 was senior night. Was a senior night celebration.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad they decided to do it that night instead of
Yeah.
not.
Play a little prank on you.
Yeah, a little going away present. I'm glad I decided to do it on week 8, not 9.
Yeah.
But and to this day, I still don't know which one of our coaches was in on
Snagged
it.
it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they all were in on it. I'm willing to bet they all were because they were all wise guys.
Yeah.
It was so funny though. It's like I said, just like watching your team get your seed in a
Yeah.
Best Buy.
Yeah. Just a funny little
thing you always remember.
quirky story.
Timmy, I think it's about that time. Why don't we go ahead and open her up for Collins?
Open up Collins, yeah.
Yep.
What's the number, Bobby?
The number to call, as always. Timmy gives it to me. Area code 314-977-1581. And we'll be
Got a
taking
little
your calls.
character on it.
Yeah, a little character, I'm on cloud 9 right now, having a good day.
And there we go.
And speak of the devil.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take
Start
it.
it off, Bobby.
I'll take it. BT Sports, you got Bobby. Okay, a dead call. Well, we know how
Used to those.
we know how to handle those though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
We get those.
So we're moving on from the tournament reveal now.
And back to the game. Stephen F.
Yes.
Austin has now tied it up 64-64 with 7 minutes left.
Ooh, that could be
Keep
a
you
real
updated
interesting
on that.
game.
Yeah. Probably be ending up right about the time our show is. So
Yeah, probably
be perfect timing.
will be. Yeah, and then we can move in and pick and update that on our brackets.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on to some news from Illinois, actually, some college football news. So head coach, what's Beckman's first name again? Do you remember? Is it Tom?
Tom.
Yeah, Tom
Todd?
Beckman.
Todd?
I think it's Tom.
Tom, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Beckman was fired a number of years ago as last year as head coach of
The Fighting
the
Illini.
Fighting Illini football team. Well, they just hired Lovie Smith.
Who many of you probably remember as the Bears head coach probably five years ago or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Not too long ago. He took him to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one, but yeah, now he's hired at in Champaign. as
Most
the-
recently, he was with the
Illinois.
Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's cool. And he signed a 6-year contract.
But and I'll go ahead and take this
Timmy,
one.
you go ahead and take it.
BT Sports, you got Timmy. How can I help you?
All hail King Trump.
All right.
Okay, that was bizarre.
All hail King Trump, I believe.
That's what he said?
That's what it sounded like.
Okay, then. But
Well-
no, that's really cool though. So you got a former NFL guy who's moving back to coach college, and he has not been in coaching college since '95 when he was coaching with the Ohio State.
Back a little different program.
Yeah, a little different, but-
Go from Ohio State to Illinois. Well, I think he was. He was not the head coach at Ohio State. He was maybe
He was an assistant at Ohio State.
Okay. Probably who that might have been under Tressel.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, right before. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he does coaching college then,
Definitely, that'd be awesome.
especially take a program that.
It's kind of been in the tank a little bit over the last few years.
Yeah, I mean they were good. Probably I don't know. Back at almost for the past 10 years they've just been declining, and
Yeah.
so I think they've been through maybe 3 coaches, and now maybe hire 6-year contract, get a steady committed coach who's got some good experience, might be able to rebolster the program.
Definitely.
Be something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to, yeah. Oh, yeah, and Mike Thomas, I forgot. Their athletic director. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it was Cubitt. You had Bill Cubitt was intern. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is how the whole thing went down. Josh Whitman took over as athletic director of the troubled Fighting Illini Athletics on Saturday, which would have been Saturday. I'm still trying to get the date on this one. This was March 7th that it was added, that it was
So it was
announced. So
a
it
couple
was-
weeks ago.
Yeah, it was early March. He announced that interim football coach Bill Cubitt would be fired and that men's basketball coach John Grossi would return.
I didn't see that.
It's funny though. I think of Illini men's basketball. I always think of who was the longtime coach for them?
They had Bruce Weber.
Weber, that's what I'm thinking of. Bruce
and then
Weber.
Before that, they had Bill Self, the Kansas coach.
Yeah, Bill Self. Yeah, I forgot Self was there.
But yeah, Bruce Weber was
and then I still think of Haith whenever I think of Mizzou basketball.
Yeah.
Of course, he's gotten in a lot of legal trouble. A lot of trouble over recruiting and donation things. Yeah, so then Cubitt was tapped to replace Tim Beckman a week
Tim.
before the start of the 2015 season. Beckman was fired after an external investigation launched after allegations Illini football players were mistreated, concluded Beckman interfered with the medical decisions and pressured players to play hurt. Well, and now I know why my head football coach never liked Beckman.
Yeah, really. I'd be interested to see. I'm gonna pull up his coaching record.
Yeah, you do that. And then, Mike Thomas was also dismissed, the athletic director, when the investigation was made public, even though there was no wrongdoing on his part. And I'm going, why would he do that then?
Yeah. Let's see.
And, of course, Tony Dungy has said it's a good hire.
Oh, really? Dungy?
Yep, at the bottom of that page, Dungy has said it's a good hire.
He 12-25 his overall record at Illinois.
That's pitiful.
Not
pitiful.
the best.
That's pitiful.
Started out, yeah,
That's a pitiful record.
always consistently finishing at the bottom of the Big Ten. So yeah, hopefully they can get
They can stop being the laughing stock of the Big Ten.
Yeah, seriously. With a conference that's really starting to rise again. With Ohio State doing real well, Michigan getting blanking Harbaugh, Michigan State, Wisconsin. So hopefully Illinois can turn it around, but only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell. So moving on to some SLU sports news now. Baseball played on March 13th against North Dakota, and they lost 7-2. Sadly.
Yeah. Looking.
Yeah. It's just,
The
here's the thing. Baseball has lost some of their early games, but they have been rebounding. They've been winning consistently. Like, there was a game the other day, Galilee. If I can find it here. Oh, here it is. Yeah. It was on the 16th. So that would have been, just Thursday. No, Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Was it a Wednesday?
It was Wednesday, yeah.
Okay.
I was actually at the softball game Wednesday.
Oh,
But I heard it's funny, one of the guys, his walk-up is John Cena's theme song. So I was hearing it, and I'm going, What?
The
So I-
dun, dun, dun.
It was funny because I tweeted it. I tweeted it out from my Twitter, and it said, I tweeted something like, well, that moment when you hear John Cena's theme from baseball, from SLU Baseball, and they actually quoted me and said, yeah, here it is. Here's what I said. I said, when you hear John Cena's theme from the at SLU Baseball game, so mentioning the SLU Baseball,
Yeah.
he says, fans love Alex Kane's new walk-up. That's what baseball said back to me.
Oh, really? That's kind of neat.
So it's one of their guys' walk-ups, and I'm just sitting here
That's
hearing it.
awesome.
And I immediately am thinking of, the prank call that started all.
yeah.
John Cena. Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know. That's funny.
I know.
His
Then
walk-up song.
that game ended up going 14 innings.
Yeah.
Even for a major league game, that's a long game.
Yeah, 14
I think
innings.
the Cardinals have gone. I want to say I saw a game where they went 16 or 17 innings, and they actually had an infielder pitching.
Really?
They went through the whole bullpen.
That'll tear your arm out.
They went through the whole
pitching that much.
bullpen. So they had Felipe Lopez, who was an infielder for us, pitching.
Really?
Yeah, now pitching Felipe Lopez, and I'm just sitting there.
You're like, what?
I'm sitting there doing that the whole time,
Yeah.
laughing, watching him try to pitch. It was funny though. Anyway, though, but yeah, so 14 innings. That just. Oh, here's another call in. Let's go ahead,
You
Timmy.
got it, Bobby?
Okay, I'll take it. BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Hey, Bob, can I talk to Timmy quick?
Yes, you can.
Hey there, this is Timmy. How are you?
I'm doing dandy, Timmy. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on Syracuse's men's basketball team.
Any particular reason you're asking?
I mean, I know you're a big Dayton fan, and they play each other sometimes.
They
Just want to know.
yeah, they played on Friday. They
Oh, really?
yeah, coincidentally enough. I mean, you happen to bring it up. They beat Dayton
Wow.
by 19 in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Oh, it sounds like a great game. Probably the way it was supposed to turn out.
What's that?
It sounds like a game. Probably the way it was going to turn out.
Well,
But,
beg to differ.
Why do you think Dayton did so poorly?
I didn't see the game. I was in class, but
That's no excuse.
that's a very valid excuse. The reason Dayton most likely did so poorly is due to their lack of height. They have no starters over like 6'6", and
Have you
so
ever thought about trying out for the team?
I'm not over 6'6". I'm close. I'm only 5'8" though, so I don't know how much
Oh, okay.
how much I'd help, and I don't attend that university.
Oh, true. Good point.
That's a bit of a setback for being on the basketball team.
Who's want to Dayton anyway, all right?
What's that?
Who's want to Dayton anyway, all right?
I still not making it out, but it sounded like a slant towards the city of Dayton.
Oh, no, mainly Centerville.
We're having a little bit of a connection error here.
Okay, all hail King Trump, praise Allah, and go Syracuse.
I appreciate the call.
Oh, that was great. Somebody ripping on Dayton.
Yeah, it happens quite frequently.
It happens, but we just sit there and take it in stride when it happens.
Can only hope for Middle Tennessee to beat some Syracuse.
Yeah, and I personally don't care either way which way that game goes because I think my bracket doesn't have any of it.
No, I had both those teams.
Yeah,
losing.
I actually, like Timmy said, I had Dayton going to the Sweet 16 for crying out loud. Oh well,
Didn't happen. But
yeah, it didn't happen. What are you gonna
neither
do?
did Michigan State. So
Nope. It's funny I had Dayton beat Michigan State.
yeah, I'm happy with that.
I know.
I'm
I know.
surprised.
And yeah, it was just an honest pick.
Yeah, thought they might be able to pull it off. I'm not gonna. I'm obviously very biased, but
Yes, you are biased. Yes, you are.
I could have seen Dayton. I mean, they've done the past 2 years. They made it to the Sweet 16, and last year, yeah, and then they made it to the Elite Eight the year before. They've had some good tournament runs, but now that they have their best team that they've had recently, they get knocked out in the first game. But it happens. What else do we got on the agenda?
Yeah, agenda. I mean, I was just talking about the baseball game where they went 14 innings to win it.
Yeah, looks Luke Summerfield got his first win of the season, closing out.
The relief. Yeah. And it's amazing. Fletcher scored on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 14th. That's
To win
how
it,
That's
yeah.
how we won it. A wild pitch.
A perfect cap off to
Now
it.
that's a way. That's a way to
14
win a
innings.
14-inning game.
Yeah.
Pitcher pitches it weird. Oh no! Safe. Game.
Crosses the plate, and everybody can go home.
Yep. That's a game. Everybody go home.
Finally.
That's a wrap. Everybody go home.
What is that?
Admiral Akbar from Star Wars.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it's a trap. That guy. It's my best impression of him anyway. Oh well.
Full of impersonations.
Yeah, I have been lately. Oh, believe me, I was getting ready to do my head basketball coach from Bethalto. I was going to do
What's that one?
It's a look, you know. He has the I can't believe we're down by 20 look.
Oh,
And I was gonna
yeah.
do I was gonna do that during the women's game. I was getting ready to do the I can't believe we're down by 9 look. Oh well,
Staring up.
just grabbing your chin and staring up at the scoreboard.
Like, what's happening?
Exactly. That's, pretty much why that's a glimpse into the mind of Doug Carey.
What's happening, and what do we do from here?
Yeah, what? That's a glimpse into the mind of Doug Carey. No, well, it was. I'm sorry. If you're listening out there, Coach, I'm sorry. I'm having fun at your expense. No, well, he'll get over it. I think
Yeah.
he'll get over it.
All in good fun.
Yeah, and that's what he knows. Like he'll give it right back to me if I ever show up to another game. But yeah, I'm looking here at the stats for that game. It's really a really good game. Yeah, the stats on that one. I mean, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people pitched during that game. Yeah.
All with a maximum of 3 innings,
Mm-hmm.
and we just scattered between 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Wow.
and some of those guys.
Illinois State looks like they had 7 as well.
Yeah, some of their ERAs were
Yeah.
and runs where a lot of people scored, innings where a lot of people scored. Well, again, if you only pitch 1 inning, your ERA is going to be
Through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone scores on you.
yeah. Well, it's funny because right here I'm seeing where this guy Marcus McKinney, no run scored. He just walked somebody. He walked somebody. That's what did it.
Oh, yeah, across the plate.
No, he didn't walk anybody across the plate. There was no run scored, but
Oh.
they relieved him, and the runner was still his. No, he pitched a whole inning, so no, that wouldn't have been his responsibility. He pitched a whole inning. I don't get it.
Huh.
I don't know how they calculated that. Oh well. Either way, though, I mean,
Yeah, it seems odd.
Yep. Oh well, either way. Yeah, one of our guys had a 315 average on the day for the game. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
wow.
Alex Kane, the guy who has John
With
Cena's
the
theme.
walk up, yeah. How
His
fitting.
average was 315 on the day.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Where
Really
did
good,
where
yeah.
did he go then? At bat.
He went. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I can try to figure out. Yeah, it doesn't have
Yeah.
hitting 2 for 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't show that.
Still, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no,
315.
definitely.
Um.
Yeah, moving on to some softball news now. Yeah, I mentioned briefly we played North Dakota earlier and we dropped that game. We lost that one, but
Yeah.
we bounced it out by having that really impressive win. Yeah, I was at this game here. It was Southern Illinois Carbondale. So SIU Edwardsville and SIU Carbondale. So
Those
Carbondale,
are the Salukis.
yeah,
right?
yeah, Salukis. And did you know that the Saluki was actually the royal dog of Egypt?
I had no idea what a Saluki was until this very moment.
Indeed, that is what a Saluki is, and that's where they get their name
Just
from.
like a Billiken. No idea what it is.
Yeah. Oh, funny story about the Billiken. I was at a game. It was the Pink Out game.
Oh, yeah.
The Pink Out game. I was there, and there was this little kid who was looking at who was they had families there, and the whole family was getting a picture of the Billiken. This little kid, about probably a year at the most old, keeps looking at the Billiken like, "What are you?" And I'm just sitting there
Like
laughing.
the actual mascot, the guy walking. Yeah.
The mascot's prancing around dancing. Another one's dancing. Do 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 do. Go Bills, go! Do 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 do.
Just had no idea what it is.
Yeah,
Doesn't surprise me.
yeah. Nobody knows what a
It's a
Billiken is.
terrifying thing to just,
Mm-hmm.
especially for a little kid.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Everybody always asks me, "What's a Billiken?"
You're like, well, that was the selling, not the selling point, but that was part of the pitch, in high school coming to SLUs, so I know there's 3 things on your mind, when taking the tour, like, you know, why should I come here? Yada yada. And what is a Billiken?
Yeah, no, I kind of had some idea what a Billiken was, because I've lived in
Yeah.
St. Louis and I've gone to I went to a few games where I actually, knew I was going to be a Billiken.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had some idea what the Billiken was and, and what SLU was all about.
kind
And
of a neat, you know,
And I came
neat
over here
history behind it.
and then came over here to the campus and I said, "Yep, I'm coming here."
Yeah. But yeah, the softball team
Yes, this game against Southern Illinois was really painful to watch.
took a tromp.
It was really
14-2.
It was really painful to watch.
And
Where
you
we
said
at?
you were at this one.
Yes, I
This
was at
is
this
the,
one. It was really painful to watch.
Yeah. It looks Allie McFarland joined Mackenzie Peter and Alyssa Tarquinio for
Allie did get a single.
Yeah.
And the only way the way Southern Illinois kept scoring is they kept hitting homers.
Really?
Really, that's how they scored. For the most part was homers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how Southern Illinois was scoring?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. And Mackenzie Peter also had a home run. Second consecutive game.
And then Tark pounded an RBI double.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one. No, it's really cool being at softball games because really most of the people there are parents, so it's
Really?
kind of it's kind of like a small family.
Small, yeah, for sure.
Like I went to watch one of our friends do some Irish dancing last night.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I went there and again it was
It was over at
Harris Stowe.
Harris Stowe. Yeah.
It was over at Harris Stowe. No, like I said, I mean, just a lot of these sports that aren't, like basketball, they're really families, including women's basketball. Even in a way, it's still a family because not many people go to it,
That don't get the huge
and they don't
publicity
get to,
and
and they don't get to see all this amazing stuff happen. Like during senior night, I was there, and I was really cool because they had they honored the two managers that were seniors, and then Denisha and Misi got up there, and they actually Coach Stone got to say something, and then Misi and Denisha both said something.
Really?
Both got to talk.
Huh. That's pretty neat.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's why I have a lot of respect for the women's program here because they really
a nice little tight knit,
it's a nice little tight knit community. And that's what I really like about it.
The Billiken way.
The Billiken way, the Billiken way. You got that right, Timmy. But yeah, no. So what happened was it was I'm looking here. Hold on a second. Well, I don't really want to look at the whole play by play
Of the softball game.
Softball game, but yeah. Yeah, so what happened
They took
was
a beating.
Yeah, we took a beating that day. Let's just say that. It was not a good game.
But overall, they've been doing. I mean, they're sitting at 8-12 right now.
Yeah. Going into that game, they were 8-12 now on the season. So I mean, hopefully, they'll rebound and start doing a little bit better here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, and they actually got short gamed.
Yeah.
5 innings.
Because it said they that the Salukis had 9 runs in the 5th inning.
Yeah. Well,
that must have been
again. It was a bunch of homers.
Yeah. Just started pounding them out.
Yeah, Homer Simpson was there, and Homer Simpson was there big time, yelling, "Dow!" Every time, "Dow! Dow! Dow! Dow!" Literally, he yelled that every time a homer went off. "Dow!" Actually, that doesn't sound too bad in the earpiece. Doesn't sound too bad in the earpiece.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
And now just add that to the list of impressions.
Yep, Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson. So volleyball. Moving over to some volleyball news here. St. Louis Volleyball has announced the team's spring schedule, and there will be 4 spring tournaments for them in April. April 2nd.
Vala. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, April 2nd, Billikens will host the spring fling at Chaffetz on April 2nd. Oh, I said that twice, didn't I?
And April 2nd?
Oh, well, what they'll do, they're going to be playing Jefferson College, which is, little local, I think they're local. I don't know if they're smaller. They're a small college.
Mm-hmm.
McKendree, which is, over in Lebanon.
Yeah, we discussed McKendree at length.
Mm-hmm, we have. And then SLU alumni will be playing against the current team.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
that's gonna be fun.
Alumni.
It always is fun to see alumni versus regular
Current.
people.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be neat.
On April 9th, they're actually going to be going to McKendree for a tournament. April 16th, we're going to go to Rolla for the Missouri S&T Spring Thaw Classic.
A lot of local ones.
Yeah, really, it's not that. Yeah, and then SLU will travel to SIUE for a tournament against SIUE Western Illinois, Illinois State, and Bradley on April 23rd.
And then
So
a lot.
well, bear in mind, this is not their main season. Their main season's fall.
Yeah,
So they're just doing, kind of warm-up stuff in a way. It's kind of like their spring training in a way.
I guess that's true. So no reason to
to travel
just
all
makes more
across.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
playing Lindenwood, McKendree.
You're playing local
Western
schools for the
Illinois.
most part.
Yeah,
That's really what it should be in spring. You should be playing more local stuff anyway.
yeah. No, for sure. If it's not your your main season.
Soccer has made an announcement. They've added 2 local area players to their incoming class.
One from a goalkeeper from St. Louis.
Yeah, from St. Louis, and then a
fielder from
midfielder from Glen Carbon.
Glen Carbon,
Which
yeah.
Glen Carbon is literally 10 minutes.
Yeah,
from
just
where I
right
live.
across the river.
Yeah,
Really.
not across the. Yeah, well, not right across the river from St. Louis, but very close to where I live.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
it's
Go
close
ahead.
to the border, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you stay on 70. You stay on 70 far enough, it becomes
Yeah.
270, and then boom, you're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Probably not in the St. Louis metropolitan area, but
not exactly in the metro. Well, it kind of still is in the Metro East.
really. Yeah.
Like I am.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. Now it's cool that we're getting all that. Like Cardis is actually from CBC, which is a prep school. And then Frederick Kane was from St. Louis, was from SLU High. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
so
I
they're
didn't see
both
that.
out of prep. They're both coming out of prep schools though. So they were there because they were good.
Hopefully they can add
Add something to our team.
they're a part of a 9-member incoming class.
Wow. 9 members.
It's a large
A large incoming class.
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. What I don't know if are we graduating a lot this year from the soccer team then?
Yeah, I don't know
I
exactly.
would imagine if they're replacing with 9.
That or I mean I don't know what the limit on the roster size is.
Yeah, that's true.
Bear in mind, you can recruit a lot of people, but yeah. Any update on the NCAA game, Timmy?
Notre Dame 76-75 final. They won by a point.
Sounds just like the women's game, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I wish I had forgotten about that. Waiting for the game tracker to load. Oh, wow. Yeah, so first game of the day. Notre Dame 76, Stephen F. Austin 75. So
Yeah.
got that one right.
Yeah, we did get that one right. Actually, I don't think that was the first. Well, was that the first game of the? Yeah, it was the first
I
game.
think
of the
so.
day. Yeah, it was.
Of today.
Yeah, of today anyway.
Um,
Anyway, you get the idea. But yeah, I mean,
and we'll tally that up later.
maybe we'll tie up later. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at our stats here going in softball. Actually, I'm back on softball here. Yeah, some of the stats people have been doing good, hit wise, really good. I mean, our
the
big
season stats.
Yeah, well, I don't have season. I have going into the game the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I'll give you a great example. We've got 5 people hitting above 300 on the softball
5
team
people.
going into that game anyway. I mean,
Really?
the stats probably changed.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
Mhm.
through 20 games
Yeah.
or 19 at that with those stats. Wow, that's
and then
incredible.
we've got about 4 more that are hitting above 200.
Yeah.
Really high above it too. Actually, no, they're not. Everybody else is below. But yeah, I know. So the lowest in the 200 group is actually 268. So they're hitting pretty good. You got quite a few good hitters. We got about 9 that are hitting pretty good.
Yeah.
And then March 15th, a Tuesday game, I couldn't go to that one as much as I wanted to because I was, at work.
Yeah.
Drake
commitments.
ended up topping us 6-2. Let's see what happened here. There was a
Yeah.
tie. Bulldogs sent 10 batters to the plate and scored 4 times to take a 5-1 lead. Wilkins answered the bottom with a 2-bag with an RBI double. And then Drake had an insurance tally in the 7th. And that just stinks that we keep doing that.
Yeah. Another loss.
Yeah, and then I know that the softball is now in Kansas for a tournament against at Lawrence, Kansas.
Or
And we
the Rock Chalk.
rock
Challenge
chalk
or-
challenge, whatever it is.
What was it? Yeah.
We so yesterday they played UMKC and got shut out.
Well,
It's all non-conference stuff though. It's all non-conference at this point. I mean, yeah, it stinks that they're losing, but I think they're learning stuff.
yeah. Oh, 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
UMKC. Is that
The University of Missouri Kansas City campus.
Oh, okay.
Like UMSL is University of Missouri St. Louis
yeah,
campus.
for sure.
Yeah, UMKC is a Kansas City campus.
Okay.
University of Missouri. Yeah, just stinks, they keep doing that stuff. But I think they're
That's
8. They're 8-13 now on the season.
okay.
And,
4 games in a row.
And
or
then
3,
yesterday, the men's team also played here at not Chaffetz, at St. Louis.
the baseball.
Yeah,
And they
the Bilkin Sports Center is what we call it. And they blasted
Butler.
2 runs and lost 8-6.
It's been a week full of disappointment for the Billiken athletics, other than the women's basketball.
Yeah, but that's going to be a good game though. Monday night, the women's for sure.
Ball State
Yeah, Ball State's going to be awesome.
coming off. I mean, they back in December they played and lost by how many?
9 points.
Lost by 9?
It was lost by 9. So
And
it's
we were
good.
talking. You
We were
learn
talking
more
before.
from a loss than
a little
from a
bit
win.
before, yeah.
So
See, that's the thing. I think they're going to learn from that, and they're going to really.
be able to turn it
I think
back
so.
around.
I think we're going to pull off the win.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to try to be their best as I can. I mean,
still
I've got a commitment that ends at about
playing.
6:30. So
hop right over.
yeah, it's going to be literally.
Be a tight squeeze.
It'll be a tight squeeze, but it's going to be it'll be possible.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And then just some spring training updates in the Cardinals for you.
Yeah.
Yes, on St. Patrick's Day, so that was been Thursday, Yachty took his first live swings. So Yachty's in the way
Just
back.
back at it.
Yachty's getting back into it. And then Adam Wainwright, he'll be getting the start on opening day, which is in April. So I mean, we still have time to look at it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that it'll work out to where you and I can sit down and watch it again.
The opening day
Mhm.
ceremony.
Yep, just
Yeah,
like last year.
Absolutely.
Hoping it works out like that again.
I definitely want to do that. Yeah, that was cool.
Sure. Yeah. No. And like you said, it's a unique tradition to St. Louis.
Yeah. It's got to be coming up.
It's coming up soon. Yeah. Let me find it here.
See if
Yeah, I'm opening up the schedule right now. Give me one moment here. We'll keep talking. Opening day is one of the coolest things that St. Louis does. And the tradition of the Cardinals running, the Clydesdales run the warning
Yeah.
track dates back to when August Bush Jr., a.k.a. Gussie, owned the team. Yeah, I'm looking here. One sec here. I should get the schedule momentarily
only
here.
a few weeks away now.
Yeah, it's not too far away. Spring training again. We're moving here April 11th.
April 11th. So what? About 3 weeks,
Yeah.
relatively.
Yep, and then it's a 3:15 game, so I'm sure all the stuff's going to be starting about.
What day is that?
It's Monday, April 11th.
Monday at 3.
3:15 is when it is first pitch. I mean,
Yeah,
the
so
stuff's
around-
going to start about 2:15ish probably.
Why can I not think? I think I'm free. Yeah. Got class at 3, but that 2 to 3 time slot. Yeah, we'll have to watch that.
Okay then. Well, whatever you can. Is that class too far away from my dorm?
It's in MDH,
Yeah, it may be a little too far for you to.
but we might be able to get. I'll stop by and get a little.
Stop in a little bit and get a little bit of it.
Yeah, but
It'll be cool either way to watch
Yeah.
that again and take some and experience it.
oh wow, I didn't even realize it's 3:58.
Yeah, I know. We actually are just about done, and we're gonna end this week with kind of an offbeat, more of a little offbeat thing. I did not put it in there correctly. There we go. I know. There was this Twitter, this Cardinal fan account that I follow on Twitter, and he tweeted this yesterday. Early yesterday, and I couldn't help but do it. But put this in here.
Yeah.
He says, "Live life like a 3-to-1 count, 3-and-1 count." So you're up in the count. The count is your account. Make something happen with it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say there, and I just figure that's a great thing to end with for our show this week.
And you know the name of the Twitter handle?
The Twitter handle is STL Cardsnut, but the name of it's the Cardinal Way. Of course, he's
Cardinal
had
Way.
other stuff in there too. Like whenever Oscar Tavares
Yeah.
died, I think he said R.I.P. OT or something like that is what he
Really?
changed it to. Yeah. And apparently this guy goes to George Mason. If you look at his info here, pretty cool though.
Huh.
And he's a Cardinal fan. That's why we call it Cardinal Nation.
Yeah. Even it.
Yeah, because no matter where you are in the country, there's plenty of Cardinal fans. Well, Timmy, I think it's about that time to end the show. I mean, we're a few seconds early, but I think we're done. I think we got everything covered this week. Anything else you want to add before we sign off? Or
I would say go Flyers, but they're out of the tournament, so go Bills.
yeah, go Bills, and make sure you come out Monday night at 7.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great game to watch Monday night 7 at Chaffetz. So with that, I'm Bobby Stillwell,
I'm Tim Shagru.
and we will see you next week. We will not see you next week.
Not next week.
We
yeah.
will see you 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, and have a happy Easter.
Have a happy Easter. Take care.